shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Right to the air is Daniels.
Flushed out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
But we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
They run the option on second down.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
Apparently this defense has come to play. A sack and a run stuff behind the line on the first 2 plays.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
To throw is Daniels.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
First carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Play action. Now it's Brady.
Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Jamar Chase
with touchdown number 23 here on the year.
And the Buccaneers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Todd Bowles leaving his offense on the field. They're going to go for 2 here.
Brady will look to throw for it. It's caught. And it's 8-0. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line.
To the air goes Daniels.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Dexter Lawrence, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Daniels looking to throw.
They'll roll him out right. And the pressure gets to him again. Myles Garrett, he's the one that drops him this go-around. And that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again.
Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann.
Now Brown shreds the tackle. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
A good pickup there of 22. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They try the left side with Johnson.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
And they're going to speed things up here. On play action, it's Brady.
That one complete downfield to Johnson.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year.
And the Bucs go up by 2 touchdowns. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring. And another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play. Not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Working out of the gun, Daniels.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
A 1st down carry here for Johnson.
52 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Here's Johnson again on 2nd down.
And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards.
But they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
Johnson will score. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Sometimes offensive can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Thorough domination right now, and the game plan is simple, obviously, Charles. They're going for 2 after every touchdown, and it's 24-0.
Don't you just get the sense right now that they're just flexing? I mean, to be able to do whatever they want, how they want, 3 two-point conversions, and now they're up 24-0. So essentially they gained a field goal out of it without even trotting the kicker out there.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Throwing now is Daniels.
And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. It was the safety blitz that ultimately did the job, and they're going to credit him with a sack.
But Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't...
Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
Here's Johnson again on 2nd down.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry for Johnson.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 125 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
First down, the run with Lynch. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. On play action, now Brady. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th incomplete. The Bucs try it on 4th down but come up empty. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Pressure too much. Down he goes. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2.
How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. Here's the option.
And some room to maneuver. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
Out now is the punter, Braden Mann.
With it is Brown.
A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now a play fake. Brady. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. A leap, and he's got it. He got it.
And he'll be touched down at the end, but a big play on that one.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the 49ers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've come
past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter.
The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. They are working on that very impressive 9-game win streak, looking to get it to 10 as they've got the lead here, 1st and 10.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw taken in here by Chase.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They give to Johnson going right. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Here's Johnson again on 2nd down.
And he'll get it down here to the 43.
So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line.
And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 2nd and goal from the 1. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown.
Jamar Chase
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Buccaneers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
No problem there on the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. On first down, here's Daniels to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Daniels. Buying time to his left. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Now an option play on 2nd down.
And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Now Daniels.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And some room to roam now. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. 2nd time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
The Bucs summon their offense back onto the field here. They're going to go for 2. Brady's going to look to throw. And this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it. Can extend this lead out even further.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves. But we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. Second down, Daniels.
He's got Gore. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
The rookie from LSU leading this offense well. A good throw there leads to a 1st down.
Smith. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
From the 24 now, here's a 2nd and 7.
Operating from the gun, Daniels. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on third down tonight, they're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. They'll try and pick up the first with Gore. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's costing.
Butker's kick here is good, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
The Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
Down the numbers. There he goes. And finally, they get him to the ground, but it's all the way down at the Niners' 16-yard line. 199 yards rushing for him in this one, and he is drawing ever closer to a 2,000-yard season. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Into the red zone, it's Brady.
It connects quickly to Jamar Chase. And the Buccaneers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Johnson again.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Bucs add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
They'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody didn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, it's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this 4th.
And it's a fumble.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Myles Garrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play. But in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Back to throw. Daniels. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
Daniels now on 1st and 10.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels.
Got a man. It's Brown. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And quickly, they get to the line.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Daniels now to throw on 1st down.
Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
They go play action. Daniels.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
Obviously, the scoreboard right now is not the friend of this rookie quarterback, but, hey, a touchdown pass there maybe builds a little confidence.
Every rep is valuable when you're a rookie. Every time you step up and throw the football, there's a lesson to be learned. Yeah, he took advantage of a little bit of loose coverage there with the lead, but at the same time, got it done. It'll take a little bit of satisfaction away from that throw.
So that drive goes a full 80 yards in 10 plays. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Tampa Bay offense set to go again, and they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Brady going to throw here. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it.
Well, Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense